All right, so into my kitchen. I'm hoping this works. All right, so let's see. Hey, that's not a terrible view. Awesome. Cool. Welcome to the cooking show. Making donuts. All right, so in a mixing bowl, combine together 3/4. So I have the recipe because I do not need to make this many donuts. 3/4 a cup of flour. Ready? Do it. Boom. Cool. Done. What's next? Granulated sugar. Oh man. That granulated sugar. All right. Done. Teaspoon of baking powder. What else? Salt. Pinch of salt. What is a half a pinch though? I don't know. All right, half a pinch. So I guess that. Cool. Mix together. Mix. Do I have a mix? Oh no, I guess I do. Cool. All right. Mix together. Oh yeah. So feel free to ask any questions as you go. You've seen I appreciate it, but this is not amazing. This is probably the most mediocre cooking show ever produced. I should show you the bowl, right? Yeah, you can see I'm really integrating those ingredients together, just letting them meld a little bit. Even distribution. I think I just saw something in this bowl that wasn't something I put in there, which is a little bit of a concern, but we'll figure it out as we go. All right, step 1 complete. All right. Oh, thanks, guys. Step 2, separately combine eggs, milk, olive oil, and vanilla. Beat lightly. All right. So I would love to teach NutriSci. I should see if I can teach NutriSci next year. That would be fantastic. The golden bunny is going to be a surprise, Michael. Its purpose would be revealed at some point. So now, where am I? Step 2, separately combine eggs, milk, olive oil, and vanilla. Okay, so I have 1 egg. Now, do you all actually know how to tell if an egg is good or not? Does anybody know how to test to see if an egg is fresh or even like edible? So check this out. This is going to turn into a physics lesson. Yeah, put it in water. No, not crack it. Hold on. Fill in the water. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, I should do it this spot. So the egg is filled with, the shell is filled with the egg, right? And when the inside goes bad, it releases a gas. And then when that gas, right? When it releases that gas, the shell actually expands a little bit. I can't believe I'm getting physics involved. This is fantastic. So the shell expands a little bit, and the larger the volume of the egg, the more buoyant the egg becomes. Yeah, it really is a physics 2 demonstration. The more buoyant it becomes, which means if the egg floats, its volume is too large, which means there's gas in it, which means it's gone bad. So pot full of water. Let's test it out. Sinking egg, we're good. There we go. All right. So garbage egg. Got a garbage egg. I'm going to put it in here. All right. You see how that one floats? All right. So that one, the volume's too large because there's a gas inside of it. This one's volume smaller, which means that gas hasn't been released. So this egg is no good. Back in the garbage for my next demonstration, until my next demonstration. So now there's my good egg. Separate bowl. Step 2, separately. Oh, we've gained people. I thought we would have lost people at this point. Separately combine the eggs. All right, egg. Gross. Okay. Okay. Egg, milk. All right. Got my milk right here. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I should pour it that way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What's next? Olive oil. I don't have olive oil, so I'm just going to use vegetable oil. I'm hoping it's going to work fine. There we go. Okay. Vanilla. How much vanilla do I need? Half a teaspoon. Cool. Okay, Yassine, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what that name is. I don't want this channel being ruined. Okay, combine them, beat lightly. All right, ready? Now you really want to get those things to integrate with each other, mix up really good. Cool. Done. Next up, pour liquid ingredients over dry ones and mix together. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pour them over. All right, I'm not gonna use the what is this thing called again? The beater. I'm gonna use the spoon because I don't want it to get too stuck together and messy. Cool. All right, mix it together. Vanilla is really coming through. Some pretty quality Trader vanilla. Solid stuff. Okay, mash the bananas. Okay, it asked for 3 bananas. I have the recipe though. So I'm just gonna cut this one in half. Cool. Now I'll go ahead and mash them in the same bowl. All right, so let's see how this works. Cool. So what's next? Heat the oil. Are we doing it? No, didn't turn the stove on. There we go. It's heating up. Using a tablespoon pour. No, we're not ready for that yet. Okay, so now to address Michael's question, the reason for the chocolate bunny is the great surprise. I have some butter here. I'm not going to do any measurements. I'm just going to kind of take some because at this point I truly don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not going off a recipe. What I'm going to do is, this is going to be my hands. Okay, hold on. So what I've done is I've created what's called a double boiler. So I have boiling water in this pot, and now this is really hot. And now I'm going to take the bunny. First, I'm going to take the butter. I'm going to pop it in there so that it melts. And now the bunny is going to join that boiling water. Not boiling water, excuse me. That double boiler and the butter. So we're going to wash our bunny here. Here, maybe this would be a better angle. Can we see the, where is it? Really worried about my laptop right now. Let's see, maybe that'll work the best. Yeah, there we go. All right. He's doing all right so far. Oh, no, he's starting to melt. Yeah, so when you do a double boiler like this, what you do is you keep it from burning underneath. The chocolate from burning. So, I'm just going to use the bunny's ears to mix the bunny. This is actually where this is where the rabbit fur from the lab comes from when we did electrostatics. Going down. It's going down. There it is. Oh. Its base is no longer even. Just like, see now it's essentially just butter chocolate. I'll go bite it. That's really good. Now I still have my oil going here. I'm going to test to see if it's hot enough by dropping a bit of dough in there. So here, I'll hold this above like that. Take just a little bit here. No, not at all. Turn that down a bit. Okay. Oh, it's starting to fry. Look. Oh, cool. I hope it tastes all right. Oh, it popped up. Wonderful. Okay, so multitasking. Ooh. I'm going to add some milk to the chocolate to kind of give it a thinner consistency, to make it more like a drizzle. Hello? Hey, what's up? Hello? Yeah, what's up? Sure? Oh, thank you. You just leave it there. We're good. Okay, thank you. Sorry, just my super. Okay, so you pretty much always want to do a test to see when you're frying something. So I've got this one going. It looks pretty good. I'm just going to grab my oil, my thing for frying, right? I'm just going to flip it over and see how it's looking. Nope, not brown yet. Oh, but it's poofing up. Look at that. That's awesome. Nice. I'm going to turn. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at the chocolate. That looks awesome. Oh, yeah. Woo. Super good. All right, so I'm going to drop some more of the dough in. Okay, so frying up. Can you hear it? Can you hear the popping? Oh, these look awesome. These look really good. Ready? Check this out. What? So here's my first little, yeah, it does look like a chicken nugget actually. And I'm hungry, so I kind of wish it was instead of this. So here's the first one, the first test one. I'm going to dip it in the chocolate. Oh. Really good. All right, here we go. Let me take them out. My laptop right here, precariously close to the sink. Oh, look at that. Nice. All right, I'm going to put the next batch in. Oh. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to now drizzle the chocolate on here. All right, you ready? Ready? Nope, not working how I wanted it to. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. It's what's a good word? Rustic. How about that? Rustic donuts. I'll just dip them. What am I doing? This doesn't make any sense. All right. Yo. Nice. Yeah, spoons work, but I'm interested in burning my fingers right now. Ouch, 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 ouch. And then I can also actually eat the chocolate off of them, which is good. So, chocolate glazed homemade banana donut. Super good. Super, super good. Thanks to a bunny, some eggs. Oh, I dropped one in the sink. No. Sad. Cool. So those are still frying. Does anybody have any questions? I don't know what about physics, making donuts, chocolate bunnies, how to figure out if an egg is still good, tofu. Is this whole thing as awkward for me as it is for you? I feel like it has to be. Is a spring an internal force? That's a great question, Michael. It depends if the spring is inside your system. So if we're just looking at a box that's attached to a spring, and we talk about just the box, then the spring is an external force because the spring is not part of the system. But if we define the system to be the spring and box, then it's an internal force. All right, let me make sure I don't burn these ones. I'm not flame go out? No. All right, they are done. Chocolate's starting to harden, so I'm going to turn the boiler back on. There we go. Boom. Nelson, is a spring conservative force? Yes, spring conservative force. A spring is a conservative force. What am I going to do with all the oil in the end? I'll probably put it in a can or container and save it for the next time that I decide to fry something. That's a solid cooking question. I usually compost everything, but you actually can't compost the oil anyway. But the composting program in the city is not running right now, which is really sad. So what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and dip these next round into the chocolate. And I actually have a set of tongs. So I'll use those so I don't burn my hand this time. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's too dark. Nice. Thanks. One. And no one ever needs to know it was burnt. See, they don't teach you that on the Food Network. Nice. All right, all finished up. Now, the final showing of the donuts. Oh, the light is terrible. Hey, there we go. Nice. So. Yeah. All right, cool. Now to get super Food Networky, put it on a plate and say, and that's how you make chocolate covered banana donuts at home. Quarantine edition. They're delicious. Oh, and then I have to bite one. The end. Actually, really look at how aerated it is. It's awesome. It's really good. It actually tastes like banana too. I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked right now. This came out really well, and it was pretty easy to make. So if you guys can get permission from your parents or oversight to actually do this, you should give it a shot. And yeah, Crunchy Bite. I should let me try getting the audio track in here. Ready? Could you hear that? No.